Do you know that the appellation UKU Akpolokpolor was added to the Oba's appellation in 15th century? I will explain. Oba Eware Ogidigan I officially started the expansion of Benin Empire. Oba Eware did a lot to secure and maintain this growing empire. After he joined his ancestors in 1473, his son Olua reigned. Ezoti reigned as well. His third son Okpame reigned as Oba Ozewua, which is now popularly called Ozolwa. Oba Ozola maintained this growing empire and he expanded it more, which earned him the appellation Ozolwa ni Baomi Nojokove na Jugbo, meaning Ozolwa the conqueror who goes to war as if one is going to his farm. Oba Ozola ni Baomi was so feared by others, even outside the boundary of today's Benin, because he was a conqueror. So he earned another appellation, which was UKU Akpolokpolor, meaning the high and mighty, who is greater than the greatest. With this, all the subsequent Obas that came after Oba Ozolwa adopted this prestigious appellation. After their title as the Oba, they will call them UKU Akpolokpolor, the high and mighty. Every appellation that is added to the royal appellations of every Oba of Benin has their own history, just like Agbare Novio Duanohe was added due to the journey of a Caladeran outside Benin in 11th century, and just like Agbare Novio Lokun was also added during the reign of Oba Ohen in 14th century, and just like Ogidigan was added during the reign of Oba Eware I in 15th century. And in 1800, Prince Osifo was crowned with the name Oba Nosa. Oba Nosa means God King. This became a permanent part of the royal appellations. So every Obas that came after Oba Nosa also used the appellation Oba Nosa. So today the Oba of Benin is also addressed as a God King on earth. He is called Oba Nosa. In 1700s, during the reign of Oba Akezwa I, due to his wealth, he was appellated with the name Isonoro. So popularly, it was called Akezwa Nisonoro. So after the reign of Oba Akezwa I, every Obas were addressed, till date they are still addressed as Ovi Sonoro. So today, while appellating the Oba of Benin, each appellations of every Oba and the ones the current Oba earned by himself is always added. They are numerous, which I can't mention now. Each of these names carried a deep historical root, and they also tell stories of spirituality, conquest, and the past legacies of our ancestors. There are appellations like Ogeno Nyamogun, Ovimogunza, Emini Mini Mini, Ikpeambokpo Nogboduma, Agbare Novio Duanoe, Agbare Novio Lokun, Ogeni Semeigo, Asogun Suza, Ogeno Nyamogun, and so many others I cannot list now, but they all carry deep historical meaning. Each tells a story of every past Obas that reigned. As for the influence of Benin Empire, the part of today's Nigeria that is now known as Igbo land once fell under its reach. Not all the region, but some. And today, due to the language influences at that time, some part of Edo language was mixed with that of the Igbo people. So today they use the word Uku to mean big, which is actually an Edo word, but it was appellated to the Oba, which means Uku, big, mighty, great. Now, to the other word, there is also a word like Odogu in Igbo land, which is actually a corruption of the Edo chieftaincy, a warrior, a great man, Edogun. Edogun is a chieftaincy title, but it exists today in that region of the east as Odogu. In the Oba's palace in Benin today, there's a title called Edogun, a very powerful warrior in the past, but today he's also a guardian of the realm. And not only that, the Ika people, which they have historical ties with the Benin, also called, or they mispronounced Edogun as a title to be Odogun. And today, the influence of Benin, and due to the blood ties with the Ika people, they have the Oliha title, which we have in Benin, and they call it Onihe as a mispronunciation, which is still fine. The Onisha people, who also trace their origin to Benin, also have the title of Oliha, which they call Onishe in that place. And today's Yoruba people that also trace their origin to Benin, or were once covered by the Empire of Benin, they call the title of Oliha as Lisa, which is still fine, but they are mispronunciation. I know a lot of persons will not agree with me. Even today's Igbo word for mirror, which is ugegbe, the Beninese own the word called uregbe, meaning mirror, but the Igbo people, they use the UGEBE, but the Edo people will pronounce it UGHEBE, uregbe. This is why there are also other words like rewanre, regbewe. Re in Edo means look. Originally, the Igbo people call mirror enyo, but due to the Benin influence in the past, they call it uregbe. But today they pronounce it as ugegbe. So wherever you hear the word UKU Akpolokpolor or Uku, note that it has endured the test of time in Benin for over 500 years. It traced its origin back to the days of Obazolo and Baomi. If you are yet to make payment for my upcoming tour on July 19th, slide into my DM. You can't afford to miss this because the narration of every statue you will see at the museum will be directly from me. And from there, we'll be heading to Ogbazu, where we'll talk about the importance of plants and some other historical trees to the kingdom of Benin and to Africans in general. And you will also have the opportunity to test the Edo leaf rice, which is called Izoko, our traditional meal. Thank you. So if you enjoyed this episode, like, share, and comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.